They declined to 6.5, they declined to 3.5, and they declined this most recent 13-minute video. It was bar banter nonchalance about wholesome plant things and etc. I had 6 kratom with a monster on cam and some D8s. I can't eat more kratoms than I can stomach, and I don't feel like getting nauseous here. So, no, the outside area has been like all in the sun, New London caught barring. And I tried to upload my tenor at 11 o'clock on the dot. It's like 5 after 11 p.m. came along. No more bang bangs. No more bang bangs. All gone is what happened. So I brought the pipe inside. I brought the bong inside. I brought my new panties on camera with my polka dotted socks. And the socks have been kind of like a superpower. The undershoes here, they were like my superpower to get through the day. I used these rose petal Epsom salts, and yeah, for a foot soak. And I threw on these like dainty girly socks. I'm surprised they don't have frilly ankles. Everything else is terribly masculine. You didn't see the Death Angel vest? He getting back tattoos. The steely under his neck with some wings on either side and a cross. Grateful Dead Death Angels. Never mind. That's another subject. I was the heavy Salvia Divinorum extract smoker. About 2006 through 2013 or something like that. Was never outlawed in the state of Connecticut. They had it on the shelves back in 2005 and 6. And they were like, well, it's not tobacco, and it says it's recommended 18 plus. They only sell it to 18-year-olds, but when you look it up, there's not really an age thing, like, really attached to it, really. It's not approved by the FDA, so it's not like it's just like a heavily suggested 18 plus or something similar. Regardless, because, well, draft, you never know. I was 17 smoking Budweisers and drinking Marlboros at 17 instead of 21, because, well, 2 years of Asian, felon the rest of your life. We're not taking you, we're taking your pa. Neither you two going, you're both going to jail. Similar to Vietnam, World War II. They're going to go to every other door and drag out every able-bodied man from every other house, from Connecticut to California, Canada to Mexico. Force them to choose, flip a coin between jail or a stint in the war. John Kerry and Mitt Romney were all for it. Neither was Bush Jr. in year 9. Yeah, a big reason why we got an incumbent for that presidential election. Powers that be said they didn't want the draft. Both the presidents and the third said part of their pledge was the draft, as if it's Vietnam. So March 2008, I turned 18. Looking at March 2009, I'd have 12-week boot camp until get pushed out to Afghanistan, you know? As soon as the presidential changeover was, and if it was not John Kerry, Mitt Romney, the Republican, August 2009, pushed into the Middle East through long-range riflery and submarine qualifications. Pentagon was bombed. It was a big deal. A lot of people said, oh, you were a Salvia D smoker, and now you're eating kratoms with, excuse me, my baby. This isn't appropriate. Like, the war was real in this area. It's like as if you're standing inside the Pentagon and a plane falls on you. Except you're powerboating on Groton, New London, Thames, and a powerboat falls on the submarine factory and explodes because it had too much fuel in it, maybe with fertilizer as well. It flew over from the Middle East and it blew up a portion of the submarine factory, killing people and injuring people. It was a suspected jihad. It's inconclusive. They said it was a freak accident. People fly over all the time. You didn't see the news of Manhattan 9/11, 2001? It happens. So it happened in Groton, 2003. Just keeps piling up from there, from 2001 until 2008. And then they said to me, you know, PTSD, schizophrenia, now stay down. Illegal fireworks everywhere all night. I lost reception on like 25 minutes worth of reel. Just going through motions. The bar banter was nice, yeah. I don't even know what I was leading to when it says, I used to smoke salvia extracts on the rig. Was it my new panties? It may have been. I had my jacket on. I was flipping people off. I was flipping people off between the legs, I was flipping people off on one foot, doing the gesture. Flipping people off like they're playing guns in the house. And I was playing guns in the house. Hello. Pretty boy, handsome bird. I tucked my bong back and I was showing off the QP of Herrera and Pebbles. The D8 vape seems to just like skate right past everything on fucking book upload. And as soon as I bring this out, they press the pause button and make me wait 35 minutes for a 2-minute video. Gunga. The Kratos was a train wreck variety. I slugged them with Monster. We ran out of the Delta 8's edibles, and I went and showed you the bar. These are the bath salts. Epsoms with roses. I got extra showered, and I was using the hemp lotion afterwards. I've done the same 3-5 steps of making the scene into making a post for book for about 25 minutes already on declined reel. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know. You want to shoot the shit some more? No. Look, man, I smoked a pack a day for these past 13 years. I've had over 100,000 single cigarettes and 11,000 single Red Bull drinks in these 13 years under doctor recommendation diet. Besides that, I've had 4,000 8-milligram Risperidone pills I ate all myself. 1,000 4.5 milligram Cariprazines I ate all by myself. Yeah, but he's drunk. Yeah, but he's stoned. Yeah, well, I've been permanently intoxicated for 13 consecutive years as doctor's orders. I haven't lived a day off medicine in over 13 consecutive years. But he's stoned, but he's drunk. My baby never heard of the September 11th, so that means it didn't happen to anyone, right? Look, they rebuilt the towers. That means they never fell down in the first place, yeah? Can't believe you guys cut my... You snipped me off, man. You snipped me off at 26 minutes worth of burnt reel. Okay, we need some promo for some proactive and they go off and they're leading their parade on my fucking webpage extension, giving me the do's and don'ts of how-tos, and I've been using Facebook for 21 years from this area. 21 years I've been using Facebook since the year 2000 from this neighborhood. Just 16th mile trek from Fort Trumbull Nuclear Submersible Parking Space and the inspiration to the Pentagon. New London City skirts. Can't believe you broke into my phone so many times. I found the hemp lotion. And cut me out of reel so often. Because it uploads, you get a copy, you review it, you don't like it, and press the declined button. For 26 minutes worth of reel. Don't tell me to get a new phone. Don't tell me to talk to my ISP. And don't tell me there's anything wrong on my end of things. Those are human operators on my webpage extension. And I don't know them. They're strangers. And they just bang. Fuck you. Move along. Declined. Fucking over a half hour already of me putting on my pretty face and going about running a speakeasy. Well, someone went slow and low. That is the tempo around the shoe. And I shut everything down. Packed up and pushed in the house and started shooting the shit. Nonchalance. Getting to know the crowd. 26 minutes worth already. Getting to know the crowd. Shooting the shit. Nonchalance. Then you step along. and give me the do's and don'ts of how to live my life in my house. As a stranger, and you're not even a person of authority in the real. And you're taken back to draft. What draft? He's too young. Yeah, oh, okay. And how old? Yeah, but where are you from? Fucking Kansas, Nebraska? Run them pockets, and then leave. Make sure you didn't steal nothing from me. Yeah, just see him out. See him out. Sick of it. Sick of it. I was having a really good time. Fucking Inquisition. Attack me to the cross, why don't you? Pound! These nails tied through my wrists. Your God is mine. Did you stab me in the side yet? I wasn't even thinking about any of that shit this morning. You haven't watched nothing. You just watched, no, let me review a 15-minute section of the last 6 hours of his post and write a little something. Declined. Move along. And you just kind of browse around and stick around for the next 8 to 16 hours. It's your first day here. I've been using for 21 years. How does that look on your end? And then you declined 30 minutes worth of film already. I'm running low on rations. I can only show off so much, you know. I can only be a person for you so often, you know. When it comes down to it, fucking this is a rough neighborhood. This is a rough neighborhood where you might get shot in the head in your front yard. This Green Party, traditionally, Green Party coexists from Disneyland Mickey Mouse 1954 featuring Jerry Garcia and Phil Lesh. The pirate ship ride, where they exchange information, keep in touch through 65 to 95 on the original tour. The last 5 years of the Jay Garcia was the first 5 years of mine. Buddy from American Beauty and Working Man's Dead lived in city. The first day he moved in, my dad bumped heads with him and they stayed in cahoots until Buddy passed away. Buddy lived in New London City for close to a decade. 3-4 years after Buddy moved into the city, Bear Stanley moved into New London County. Red Solo Cup, can I fill you up? Let's have a party. He divorced, moved to Australia, passed away in an automobile accident. His wife and daughter still live in New London County. And I've been my dad's son as long as I've been alive. 31 years. The first 5 with Jerry Garcia. The first 6 months with Brent Midland holding me as if he's my dad. The next, the first 10 years with Buddy living in New London City. He up and leaves for the Y2K virus. Manhattan gets struck and we all go over Bear's house in New London County. Is how well do you know Bear's daughter my age, sort of thing. She's right there, and I was really putting on a good show. Bear did some time in the clink. But then he changed his ingredients around to fit legalities. So now you'll find ETH-LAD, 1P LSD, 1B LSD, and ALD-52 as legal for those over 18. They're so strongly, heavily recommended, and suggested to be over 18 for possession. And if they catch you high in public on anything, you could get a public intoxication. Or you could get intoxicated while insert anything there. You're in your own home and this and that with this and that and this and that, and there's plenty of space for safety and etc. So here, you open up the front door and you open it up right into the back door. You take 2-3 steps and you're on the outside of the house already. It's a half a mobile home, 725 a month, utilities included. I make SSI-medical at 771 a month and EBT at 190. I'm doing the best I can, just barely skating by with this set that I have, you know. And I put it together as like a diagram, box diagram, an art piece, and it each has a sentimental about it. You got the desk in the burrow too. The back room is untucked, yeah, but I mean, there's a full rack of empties in the kitchen, and bits and pieces of different jujus all throughout, which add to, like, you know, a prominence. With all this rich tasting food, there's a prominence. Look at my business house. Does I look like a drunks? Or does I look like in the family, baby? Crystal. That's one thing I've been showing off. I've got 7 pounds Arkansas quartz, a 1 pound Herkimer quartz, close to 10 pound Alabama quartz, and these are gemstones, as well as Mashantucket, Mohegan, Pequot, Fitch quartz points. So I'll get those. The last one mentioned, they're the most expensive. You'll see a stone like this that you could get a 1 carat from, again, laser refined. You take this and you put a 1 carat laser refinement tune on it. How much is it worth then? Give or take around $6,000 a carat. You'll get a 1 carat stone from that. So how much should it be raw? Laser refinement improves the raw stone 10 times the value. So you'll take this and it's $600, give or take $200. So between $400 and $800 for every stone. I'll call it 5. 1,000, 1,500, and $2,000. Just in a this is $2,000 in gem. Cortez and Columbus found it for the Old World in the year 1530. They brought it back to Europe. 1530, hottest thing in Europe, gemstones. Pequot, Mashantucket, Mohegan, Fitch. Lenapes. Southeastern Connecticut, indigenous. Thames, Connecticut, gemstones. Benjamin Franklin, gemstones. Native gemstone, blood diamonds. From mass grave, cremated ashes, crematorium holdings. When you die, your body gets burnt with other bodies, or by yourself if you're revered, scattered all over the quartz points. For 5,000 years since the dawn of tribes, this has been a currency from hollowed grounds in a Royal Indian sort of area, native USA of the upmost. There were werewolves known to California, up to Canada and down to Mexico. We're trading cedar for peyote. Anyway, this is $2,000, and I'm not sure how much the whole catch is, with just 4 at $2 grand. And I got this set up so this is the guard dogs for the dish. On the day that I was born, my daddy sat down and cried. Too much for me and plain as day, with him not thinking twice. You heard Buddy moved into New London City. While Buddy was there and Bear was thinking about moving in, a new baby was born from Buddy's guy. Told Jerry and Brent how to throw a party for him, and they played a scheduled show on his birth, on my birth. On my birth, they scheduled a show where they'd hear when the baby was born and if he was okay later on, while they played music on stage. The band members thought about a baby boy because they're friends with the boy's dad from New London, from Buddy and Bear. Bear moved in a year or 2 later after the boy was born, and he had a daughter pushed into the baby boy, which is me. is a lesser known stagehand. He only worked from 86 to 95 in the original Grateful Dead. Yeah, I started rocking this one since I bought it brand new. The first season it was put on shelves. I got this. And what happened was GD50 wasn't up next. No, next was GD50. I think the very next year after I got my vest, I said, I gotta get the tattoos. The Grateful Dead's coming back. They were never disbanded in the first place. They've been in hiding. And so they did GD50, and I've got Dead and Company this summer, this fall. Dead and Company. I go into Hershey Park, and I'm going to Hartford. And also, this July, the end of this July, is Melvin Seals JGB. Melvin's the only person to play a musical instrument at Jerry Garcia's funeral. He played the church organ, like gospel, with some choir ladies. So July, the end of this July, I think I'm seeing him in Middlefield, Connecticut. That's Hershey Park for Dead and Company, Bob, with the drummers. There's Hartford, Dead and Company's. Phil O'Ean, Capitol Theater, Port Chester, New York. Garcia's Bar, East Coast, home of the Grateful Dead. Yeah, 20 minutes of the New York City border, or New York City Harbor there on the border. It's just north of New York City. The Sam, how am I doing way out here in the desert? Will somebody get him some golf shoes? Hon? Hon?